Jason Hodge on the Harry 100 Day, the Harry the Big Dog, 100 video live stream challenge. I'm telling you, I think by the time I hit 100, I will finally get my spiel right. Anyway, yeah, it's the Harry the Big Dog 100 video live stream challenge. I'm participating in it. This is video number 68 for me. And today on this video, I'm talking about the Jason Hodge. Okay, so Jason Hodge is talking about the Jason Hodge. And I told you in the last video that maybe one day I'll tell you about the story on how the Jason Hodge came about. Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with probably what you think. And it actually was a title that I ended up with on a fluke. Okay, and so here's how this worked out. Years ago, when I first jumped on social media and specifically Facebook, I remember there was a training that I went through, and the whole thing was, back in the day, Facebook, it it was kind of like the Wild West, and the aim was you wanted to get as many friends and followers and all of that to really leverage the platform and to, kick the algorithm into play, to take advantage of how Facebook looked at folks who really had a lot of people following them. So there was a process that a colleague of mine, Seth Larrabee, he and one of his partners, they had this whole training on, really leveraging Facebook. So I went on and I tried to get my name, just Jason Hodge, but Jason Hodge turns out to be an extremely common name. It's not by any stretch of the imagination a name that nobody else has. There's like tons of them. And so I learned real quick that because it's such a common name, that quite a few Jason Hodges are already taken across the board on pretty much every platform. When I would go to search for Jason Hodge, somebody already had it. So in that process of trying to establish my own name in digital media, I had to learn that because it was already taken, one of Seth's techniques was he says, well, just put the in front of the name, the. And so I was like, okay, well, I went ahead and I did that. And great, nobody had the Jason Hodge. So I went ahead, plugged the Jason Hodge across the board on different platforms that I found and secured. And so then I became known as the Jason Hodge. So it was kind of funny because initially it was like, okay, that seems a little over the top, but it was kind of like an inside joke between me and my other friends online. It was like, and then so I would go into live streams or into, different rooms or social media settings. And they're like, oh, not just Jason Hodge, the Jason Hodge. So after that, I learned that it actually worked out because nobody else had the Jason Hodge in front of their name. And so it made me memorable in that sense. So anyway, you're hearing in the background, family life happening, garbage disposals, dishes clanking and all that. That's just how it rolls. So, okay. So anyway, so after that, I found that this was something that I was able to leverage. So now it just became a thing. So now I am known as the Jason Hodge. So it wasn't anything really all that serious. I didn't think a whole lot about it. It was a strategy that, a mentor and friend of mine, I took their training years ago. This is like, I don't know, I've been on Facebook for, I think, about 12 years or so. So it's been a while. And, so I just went ahead and rolled with it. And so for all these years, I've been known as the Jason Hodge. So I don't walk around the house, though, and have people call me the Jason Hodge, just in case you were wondering. So I just wanted to jump on real quick, clear that up. This is probably the first time that I've ever explained that, but I thought that it would be a great way for me to get to my 100 in the live stream, the 100 live stream video challenge. And also, if you were running into a challenge with your name being taken, there are different techniques that you can use in order to establish your uniqueness online. Putting the word the in front of it is one of them, but the is kind of like taken already, just saying. And but you can use other things. You can use other techniques and all that to make your handle stand out as unique. So, sit down, figure it out, and then check it out to see if the handle that you have chosen is taken anywhere else. If it's not, then run with it, secure those things, and then, and it's better to secure those things once you have a statement mapped out, like what you stand for, what it's about, what your handle is, because that way, as you're building and setting up new platforms, you're able to then put that description or that bio or whatever it is that you're using as a standard common thread to run through all of your digital channels. You can put that on all of them. When you do it without doing that, you create a boatload of work for yourself, because then you have to go and redo everything that you did incorrectly at the beginning. So think it through, figure out what you want to say about your handle or yourself or your business, and make a common thread that runs through all of the platforms. Some of them you can only use a certain amount of characters. Like Twitter, I think it's like 280 now, 140 to 280 characters. I don't know how much the description is. I haven't checked that lately. But on those shortened ones, the truncated ones, you look for a specific shortened phrase that can describe your handle. And then let that be at the beginning of all of your descriptions. And that way, no matter where you are, you can cut and paste. And the places that the cut and paste is too long, too lengthy, when you cut it down to where it can actually be, where it can fit within the optimal amount of characters, you don't have to reinvent that, because all you have to do is just take away from the end instead of trying to figure out how can I make this new statement unique. Okay, so there's my tip. There's my reason for the Jason Hodge and all of that. And now you know part of the story. All right, so on that note, I am the Jason Hodge, completing video number 68 in this Harry, the Big Dog 100 video live stream challenge. I think I got it that time. All right, I'll catch you later.